Now friends, let's talk about this section 1.3, which is defining what is professional communication and how are you supposed to communicate as a professional. Now the question is, who is professional? What are the elements of professionalism? So there are 6 elements of professionalism. 1. Be the best. 2. Be dependable. 3. Be team player. 4. Be respectful. 5. Be ethical. And 6. Be positive. You may be wondering what actually be the best or be dependable or be team player means. So we have this image. With the help of this image, let's see what it really means. When we say be the best, means professionals should strive to excel and exceeding at every level, and in this manner you'll be able to build your image. This will help you to create better career for you. What does it mean to be dependable? Professionals should keep their promises, meet their commitments, learn from their mistakes, and take responsibility for their errors. So they should learn from their errors. When we say that you should be a team player, so it means that you must know how to contribute towards your team and make others feel better because of your presence. Then be respectful means what? Follow the good business etiquettes. Good business etiquette is a sign of respect for those around you. Respecting others is not only good, it's also good for your careers. When you will respect others, they will respond in the similar fashion to you. Then the next one is be positive. What is this be positive? You own it to yourself, your colleagues and your company to maintain a positive outlook. Even when the things are not moving in the desired direction, when it's going tough, still you have to be positive. And finally, be ethical. Be ethical means what? Responsible professionals work to avoid ethical lapses. Means you are not supposed to do something which may be treated as unacceptable from you. To avoid ethical lapses, you have to weigh pros and cons of all the options which you have and then come to a conclusion, take your call. Then the next part of this is to understand what your employer is expecting from you. As a professional, you are serving your boss, you are catering to the needs of your company and customers as well. So what your employer is expecting from you is really a big part. If you will be in a position to understand that what your employer is expecting from you, then obviously you will be able to fulfill those expectations. And if you are somehow in a position to fulfill those expectations, you know the results. So the first thing which an organization or employer is expecting from you is to organize ideas. Everybody, each one of us is having lots of ideas, full of ideas we are. But are we in a position to organize our ideas so that they may be communicated in a beautiful fashion, in a persuasive manner? So the first thing is organize your ideas. Then the second is, after organizing your ideas, is to express yourself, how to put your things in front of others. Then the third is, natural outcome of this is persuasive arguments. You know what are you trying to communicate, you know how to communicate, and now you also know how to put your things in a persuasive manner. This all needs proper collection and evaluation of data. You will be persuasive if you have adequate facts in hand. You are in a position to quote real data. So collect, evaluate data. This all will depend how well are you in a position to listen to others. If you want to make your idea acceptable by others, then you must be in a position to listen to them, first understand, and then probably they'll be in a better position to understand you. This will happen with one very beautiful reality and understanding, that is diversity. Each one of us are different from each other because of our upbringing, cultural background, thought process, paradigms, and so on. So understand that the people are diverse and they may behave in a different fashion altogether. So listen, understand them. You have already organized your ideas, you know how to communicate and how to put that thing in a persuasive manner. For all this, you need to know the technology. You have to be tech savvy. You should know how to organize your ideas with the help of technology, how to be ready to put your points forward with the technology. This also depends upon high quality writing. Nowadays, we feel that most of the things are being done by the computers, so we don't need to learn that much writing ability, but no, it's not that much correct. Technology will be able to help us up to some extent. We should know how to write effectively. We'll be talking about all such things in the next few chapters as well. Then, a particular message can't be delivered in the same fashion to diverse groups of people. So, you have to adapt. You have to change your message. So, adapting your message is also one of the things which your employer is expecting from you. Of course, you must know business etiquettes. What are you supposed to do in a particular situation? You have to be ethical. This we have already discussed. Between the two or more choices, you have to understand which one lead to a better expectation fulfillment. You have to maintain the confidentiality of the facts which your organization has shared with you. Similarly, about the information which you got in the course of transaction about your customers. You must know the law of land and regulations so that you may not get caught in something which is not approved by the law. And finally, you must know the time management. Whenever we'll find time, we'll talk about the time management also. There is a beautiful time management matrix which may help you to organize yourself as far as time management is concerned. This communication in an organizational context may happen in two ways. One is formal and another is informal. This formal may happen downward, upward, and horizontal. And this informal will be interactive, grapevine, social media, etc., etc. Let's understand the formal communication first, and then we'll be able to understand this informal communication too. What is this formal communication? So this is organogram in front of you. Organogram is organization chart with the help of which you understand who is at the helm of affairs, and then next to that person, positions, persons, and so on. So at the helm of affairs, we have president, then we have vice president finance, vice president marketing, vice president research and development, vice president production, and under the vice president finance, we have accounting manager, vice president marketing, we have director of sales, director of advertising and promotion, and so on. This is organogram, with the help of which we are in a position to understand various positions in the company and how they are connected with each other. So let's understand how communication is being treated as downward communication. Whenever a person at the top is communicating with someone who is at the lower level, then this is something known as downward communication. Blue line is showing downward communication. This is downward communication. This is director sales when talking to a retail sales manager is downward communication. When director of advertising and promotion is talking to advertising manager, it is downward communication. So this is the meaning of the term downward communication. Then the next is upward. If something is coming down, then obviously something will be going up as well. So upward communication is being shown in the diagram with the purple color line. So line B, supervisor communicating with the plant manager, is upward communication. Vice president production communicating with the president is upward communication. Then what is horizontal communication? When two positions or the persons at par positions are communicating with each other, then it's being treated as horizontal communication. This is being shown with a brown line in our organogram. So when director of advertising and promotion is communicating with plant manager, this is horizontal communication. Similarly, when vice president marketing is communicating with vice president of finance, then this is being treated as horizontal communication. So friends, this is formal communication. If something is happening, communication is happening upward, downward or horizontal, then this is formal communication as per the line of authority. This is also known as line of authority. But if now vice president research and development is now communicating with line A, supervisor, this will also be treated as downward communication. But friends, he should communicate with a person who is directly connected with him, but nobody is there to report, or nobody is there who may be treated as connected to him. So this is informal communication. Or vice president production is now talking to e-commerce manager, informal communication. They don't have line authority, so this is being treated as informal communication. In the previous slide, which we have already seen, it is interaction, maybe happening with the help of social media, or maybe grapevine, means it's hearsay. You heard something during lunch hours, people were talking about a particular aspect, and then you also started sharing that piece of information with others. Or you got a WhatsApp message and you relied on that, and then now you started sharing that thing with others within the organization, outside the organization. Then friends, this will be treated as informal communication. Whatever you communicate has to be focused on something. What is the focal point of communication? Is the person standing in front of you, the person with whom you are communicating. So I have to be you oriented, means I must communicate in a way which is in a position to address the needs of the other person, concerns of the other person, and take care of the problems, issues, aspects of other person. For this, friends, we need emotional intelligence. I must be in a position to understand how to suppress my feelings at a particular point of time when communicating with others, and how to behave in a adequate manner with business etiquettes, protocols when communicating with others. You must have experienced this when you are trying to make a complaint with someone at a call center. So how they communicate with you? You may be arguing, you may be say having altercation, you may be say blaming them, but the person will not lose his cool. The person will maintain his calm. This is emotional intelligence. He'll keep on understanding your aspect, will keep on pacifying you, will tell what he or she is in a position to do and what he or she will not be able to do and how much time it may take. So this is something known as you attitude. So whatever you are communicating, whatever we are communicating is related to the person with whom we are communicating.